We'll talk about that. But we have to start with the Cavs. And, Mike, I'm so glad you built the show this way because in the 90-minute YouTube show today, we talked about everything that went wrong with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We needed 40 minutes to cover that space. That's behind us. If you want to see our thoughts on that, check out the YouTube clip. I'm more interested in moving forward at this point. Jay, how do we fix this? Because there was a lot broken.
Keep Paolo Banchero off the boards. He had 6 offensive rebounds in the first quarter. Rebounding obviously was a point of emphasis. Orlando has really focused on fast starts. Got to get off to a fast start. It didn't happen in Cleveland. It did happen in Orlando last night. They were better. It was a better start. So how do you fix it? Number one, keep them off the glass. They killed the Cavs on second chance points. I think they had 22 second chance points, 13 of those in the first quarter. And number two, you got to make shots. Max Strus and George Niang, 2 of the guys that they brought here because of their shooting, are 2 of the worst shooters on this team right now. The Cavs are having a ton of open looks. They're getting great looks from 3, and they're not falling. So, and it's, you know, we've heard guys say it for years. It's a make or miss league, and right now the Cavs are missing. We've said all week on the YouTube show, the Cavs aren't playing well when they were up 2-0. They're not necessarily playing well. Orlando's just even worse. They're playing worse.
But is that a product of the Cavs playing great defense?
Some of that is, and it was the fact that they're packing the paint and they're forcing Orlando to shoot threes. And Orlando, through the first 2 games, was shooting. The NBA has this tracking data of open and wide open shots. Wide open is no defender within 6 feet. The Magic were shooting like 25% through the first 2 games on wide open shots. That would be the lowest in the last 10 years that they've tracked the data.
Wow.
So last night,
for a playoff game or for
an entire playoff series, for an entire playoff season, per team, and. So, and last night they weren't necessarily significantly better, but they were better on making some of those open shots. So, but the Cavs, they're not going to change that. They're going to pack the paint. They're going to give Orlando those shots. You think that they're going to miss far more than they're going to make, but the Cavs have to get the rebounds and close out those possessions.
And listen, Darius Garland is on a milk box. We have not seen Darius Garland. 5 points from you. That can't happen. If the Cavs want to be a contender, Darius Garland has to be one of their top 2 players. He's being, you know, and I don't even like talking about no money, but he's a max guy. And you got to step up. You got to show up. It's the other couple guys. We talk about Max Strus. Listen, he's playing with no confidence right now. And by the way, we talk about the defense. Jalen Suggs is in their back pockets right now. It's hard for him to get the ball up court. He's moving around. I think Orlando's defense kind of really messed with him, especially bringing the ball up court and getting into their sets. So for me, I think it's all about the energy level. They got to come out and be the more desperate team.
Jalen Suggs, to me, is a miracle man. He had a season-ending knee injury that lasted about 20 minutes. I mean, the way he reacted to his knee injury in Game 2, I said definitively he is not coming back in this series, and this is going to be a 4-0 sweep.
He looked like Daniel LaRusso. They were carrying him off the mat.
I know, it was a wrap.
And then he's windmilling the next game. I'm like, we windmilling now? This is crazy.
So kudos to you on your recovery skills. That's all-time great, Jalen. And let us know what your secret is. I break down the game of basketball. There's a lot of skill sets, obviously, so don't kill me for what I'm about to say. But at its core, basketball is about shooting and rebounding. Now, yes, defense is also a pillar of the game, but the way I break it down, shooting and rebounding. And the interesting thing to me is, Jace, you gave your recipe for how they have to get better. They've got to shoot and they've got to rebound. And that's exactly what my argument was going to be. I think it starts on the rebounds. That's effort. That travels. Shooting doesn't always travel. You're shooting in a hostile environment. You've got towels waving everywhere. It's not your home arena. You're not expected to shoot as well on the road as you do at home. So that doesn't always travel. But effort travels. Rebounding travels. And we just didn't see it. And what was crazy to me was it was obvious from jump. You said that this game, Orlando got off to a great start. Not really. The first couple minutes, they looked like the same Orlando team that left Cleveland. After the Cavs took a 21-18 lead, from that point on, Cleveland disappeared and Orlando did nothing wrong. So the adjustments that they made in that timeout, I think it was re-emphasizing what we came here to do. We've got to win on the offensive boards, because even when they were getting outscored by a little bit early, because they didn't have their first lead until it was like 14-13 or whatever, early on, they were still active on the boards. That's the one thing that we saw. I think they re-emphasized that. Cleveland's point of emphasis for Game 4 on tomorrow afternoon has to be get back to dominating on the boards. If they do that, I think the shooting part will fall into place. First of all, they're going to get more shots. They're going to limit the shots that Orlando makes. And also, this is driving me nuts, but Orlando's differential on free throws, what is it for the series?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I'll have to look that up, but they took significantly more in game one.
They've been one of the teams that get to the line traditionally.
That's what they do,
Yeah.
and I understand that. Like on the road, you shouldn't get to the line substantially more than the home team when you're playing on the road, and they were able to do that in game one. It was really lopsided, but I feel like I don't want to take away their aggressiveness, but you can't click on the bait. You can't take the bait on all these fouls that Orlando is drawing, because eventually the number of times Orlando goes to a free throw line is going to cost them one game in this series. And that could be the difference between moving on to the second round or going home like you did last year.
I think Stan Van Gundy talks about it. Defensive discipline, not fouling guys in particular places. A lot of times you see people fouling guys when they aren't, you're fouling non-shooters. You're fouling guys away from the basket that are big men. You're not being smart, trying to take charges in different areas where, hey, just contest. If they make the shot, okay, but put a hand up and live to fight another day. But don't put them on the line, especially when you got a guy like Paolo Banchero, who 31 points. When he's struggling from three, he's going to try to get to the basket and have a medium range game going. You don't want to see guys get comfortable at the free throw line.
Also, when you're offensive challenged, and I think that we can all agree Orlando is definitely offensively challenged, you want to score points when the clock isn't moving.
Yeah.
And they're really good at doing that. And I think Cleveland has to be careful moving forward on the number of fouls they're committing and when they're committing them. All right, on to baseball.
Who wins, though, game four?
Oh, game four, yeah. Quick picks. Who's got it?
Cavs.
Cavs in a close one. I think it will be very close. Mike, who are you taking?
I'm taking the Cavs to bounce back.
Okay.
We're going to learn a lot in game four about the mental makeup of this
We just lost by 38 points, and us 4 homers all said, we'll win.
we knew Orlando was going to get one.